Hello, my friends. Today I am again discussing you and with some special points of what you call the human tiger conflict or human wildlife conflict. Today I'm just walking inside the jungle. Unfortunately, I thought that today I will just discuss with you the jungle in a very different manner. But due to the connectivity or some electricity problem in my area of the central India, especially in the Maharashtrian region, I am unable to be use my blackboard or chalk or whatsoever. So I thought that uh, during the jungle walk, I will discuss with you the some points, or you can say the specific points in a natural climates. Uh, as you know very well, my dear friends, that you know in a current scenario, you know, of the high frequency, especially the high frequency of conflict and the negative interaction are going to be more and more challenging, especially. And negative interactions are going to be a more challenging day by day across the country, from uphill of Himalayan area to the highland of the central India, and extended to the southern one. So, but continuous changing in the behavior of big cats, along with the associate ecological, geographical, and other biological factor. Previous research of work have covered a lot of dimension, but till now, no any solid deus ex machina for it to resolve the situations. Paradoxical discussion on this burning issue must be fortified into, designed serious action for implementation, not for the any type of ignis fatuus. We have to be ponder on pragmatic dimensions with economic enhancement, but without disturbing the ecological heritage for future perspective, what you call it, the sustainability. So in the current scenario, I think we are lacking a very important paradigms of the conservation, and that is focus on stress physiology. So highland of the central India imparts severe conflicts and depletion of the prey biomass. And big cats are continuous updating their knowledge for human dominated landscape to survive. So we have to be work on cognitions and behavioral physiology. We have to be work on stress physiology of the tiger to detain the conflict up to the certain extent. So my dear friend, you just see the road is crossing between the jungle, and the peoples are continuously going here and there. So this is one of the major factor that there's a chances of the conflict will take place from one place to the another place. So this is the very critical issues that people are when we are trying to be shoot something, and if you are in the core area of the tiger, the across the jungle or with a lot of what you say, the peoples, the localite peoples moving here and there, having the up to a great extent, there is a big chances of conflict is here there. So today I had just interacted you inside the jungle, basically inside the jungle, in this particular landscape or human dominated landscape. I am nearby here the some villages, and these villages are basically what you call the highly conflicted areas. And this is one of the most important region. I had already told you my previous lecture that fuel wood dependency, or you can say the dependency on the lot of the forest product is over there. So this is one of the major factor that I had discussed you uh, a lot of in this regards. And the other point I had already introduced in my introductory lecture, that reproduction, or you can say the competitions, interactions, or other stress. So today I would like to be discuss with you a very typical point, the predation, the natural predation. You just see the people are going inside the jungles very comfortably in the daytime, but this time it is very tough during the night, that when the tiger prowl or leopards are moving here and there. Okay, my dear friend. So, as you know very well, that today's I am discussing with a very critical point, that is what you call the predation. Now, predations is directly related with the conflict, especially if we are talking about the leopard, we are talking about the carnivores, or you can say the umbrella species like what you call the tigers. So, predation means what? Unnatural predations in which the animal are capable to predate, one hand. On the other hand, if the animal is not capable, means they have some deformities in the canine, deformity in the pug mark, or you can say the incapable to kill his prey especially. So such type of animals are basically, you know, involved in any type of conflict, or it is just like that he or she might be, I'm talking about the tiger or tigress especially, that for the comfortable food or e.g. prey, they are you know they are always crawling, crawling, and you know the nearby the area of the especially human dominance or human dominated landscapes. On the other hand, predation with related with also, I would like to correlate the predation with the you know struggle, or you can say the competition. As you know very well, in this world and in this scenario, the competition is itself is a very important point. So a struggle for existence, and those who are fit, it will be adopted by the nature for survival. So as far as struggle of concerned in a particular wild species like carnivores, or you can say the tiger, it means what? It means that there is a two type of struggle. One is intra-specific struggle, or you say the intra-specific struggle, or you can say the inter-specific competition, or you can say the intra-specific competition. So very first I would like to discuss with that the inter-specific competitions. Inter-specific competition with this, it means that two different type of species, just like if supposed to be the tiger have a challenges, or you can say the tiger have a issues with regarding to the other animals like leopards, or you can say the like lions in a same area. So there is a carrying capacity is one of the also critical point, but I would like to discuss in my second lecture with the help of chalk and blackboard, or you can say the whiteboard with the markers. Now, my dear friends, as you know very well, that supposed to be you have 12 square feet of your bungalow, or what you call your what you call house. So the two peoples are very comfortable to live, or three peoples, or a small family, or a family having the one child are, you know, very familiar with the that particular house or the area, or what you call. So on the other hand, you can say the carrying capacity of this building is enough and very proper or comfortable for the four people. But when the number of people are going to be increased, or supposed to be increased or increasing, that a time will come that this house become very short and very you can say the uncomfortable for these type of peoples or these type of families. The very same conditions, very same condition, if supposed to be in a particular area we have a 20 tigers, but after the breeding season the number is increased, supposed to be it become 50, or it become the 30, or it become the 45, etc, etc. So my dear friend, you know that the all type of requirement, all type of ecological requirement, or you can say the basic needs for the survival like food, water. So in a particular area, as you know very well, all are have to be depend upon that particular natural source or the resources. Means the prey biomass index supposed to be in that particular area we have 100 prey biomass, supposed to be the cheetal, supposed to be the axis or other animals also. So 20 or 50 or 30 tigers will be depend upon that particular 50 number of the what you call the 50 numbers of cheetals, or you can say the stags or the prey species. So a time will come that this particular number will become very less for the easy survival of the 20 tigers, and with the passes of the time and day by day the number will be increased as a, can say the comparable with the lucrative or you say the comfortable food. So very same condition, these, for example, these 20 tiger have to be struggle with each other, and this type of struggle is known as what you call the intra-specific struggle. And you know very well, and especially in the forest ecosystem or jungle, the tiger is not only the species that they are surviving. Along with tiger, we have the leopards, we have other carnivores like hyena in central India or some other part of the country. We have dholes, we have wild dogs, and we have other carnivores also. So I mean to say that you just think about that, in a very short periods, or you can say that in a short number of prey species, the whole of the carnivore community are depending upon that. So my dear friend, a time will come that this number become very high on the both sides. So a time will come that we are totally depending upon this number of tiger are depending upon this particular number of the you can say the cheetal or the prey biomass. So a time will come, there will be a buffer. So they have to be the fight between each other to take the food, or you can say the struggle for existence will takes place. Not only the interspecific, but also of the intraspecific. So injured species, injured tiger, injured individual have to be moved to leave the core area, and they will come in the you can say the easygoing habitat, or you can say the human dominated landscapes, and in which the livestock predations will take place. Means the injured tiger will always you can say the choose, or you can say the preyed on domestic animals, what you call the livestock predations will take place. So this is the critical point for the conflict also, because the movement of the tiger from the core area to the human dominated landscapes itself very great challenges. So and meanwhile, the tiger whenever it came from the core area or to the jungle to the human dominated landscape or in community, is trying to be develop their own knowledge, updating himself for the different type of predations and etc etc. On the other hand, if we are talking about the natural predations, natural predation means it indicates tiger is much capable. The carnivore species or the other sympatric species like leopard must be a very capable in sense that they have ample quality to kill his prey by all means. Means he is the real survival. As you know, if you are discussing the Darwinism, if you are discussing the Lamarckism, that struggle for existence, then the natural selection will take place. So if the individual species or you can say the animal are completely ample or having all quality to the survive in the jungle, they must survive. Otherwise they have to be moved from the core area to the another specific area, like in human dominant landscape, or you can say the what you call it's a very simple way, that easy prey like on domestic cows, goats, dogs, etc etc. Now as you know very well that the leopard are quite intelligent or furious in rest of the tiger also. So leopard have a very specific quality to intermingle with the human society. The best example is the Sanjay Gandhi National Park of the Bombay, another the region of the Uttarakhand, the highland of the central India, some southern region, and this species are very furious, very innovative, very active, and you can say the having the all type of quality to survive in any type of landscape. So my main point is that the competition for the survival, as very same condition that if supposed to be a child is developing in a very urban area, and supposed to be, if I'm taking the example of you the people, just you think about yourself from your childhood to till now your adulthood or now in mature stage, how much struggle you have, struggle for the study, struggle for to get the job, struggle for the food, struggle for the society survival, etc etc, right? So these are the things actually what I am trying to be discuss. Now in my next lecture I will describe and I will interact with you the whole of the conservations and conflict management, or exactly what is how the conflict is related with the conservation, and how the conservation is having the important aspect of the conflict, or you can say the we have depends upon the golden triangle like economy, like conservation, and it is interconnected or interrelated with the what you call the sustainability or the nature nurturing. And but now I would like to be emphasis more on the point is the people, ecology, and economics. Three aspects are very important in the field of the conservation or the conflict management, mitigations, etc., etc. Because you just think being an intellectual person, as you know very well, it's a very common dialogue we have that we are always using the word intellectual. But what you mean by intellectual, and who tell you actually the situation, the grim reality, or you can say the specific point facts behind the curtains.
तो जंगल के लग के हमारे सब फार्मर रहते, फार्मर की जो खेतियाँ है जंगल को लग के है। तो कभी कभी रात में वो जो ये
रुई,
हाँ रुई, सुअर, और उसके बाद में जो बिपटिया भी है,
अच्छा,
एक दो बिपटिया भी नजर आए।
Viptia means, my friend, the leopard. The local village people are trying to be discuss about the leopard. So leopard यहाँ पर जो है काफी अच्छा प्रॉल है। जैसा कि मैंने आप लोग को पहले ही बताया कि वाटर बॉडीज भी है और रोड जो है वो जंगल को क्रॉस कर रही है और जंगल रोड को क्रॉस कर रहा है। ये तो बात का डिस्कशन रहा हमारा पॉइंट। और हमारे साथ में यही लोकल विलेज के, आपका क्या नाम बताया आपने?
वनराज राठौड़।
वनराज राठौड़, और आपका नाम? रोशन यादव। और आपका नाम? अरविंद राड़े, जो कि हमारे जंगल के पास में ही इनका खेती है। और इन्होंने बताया कि अक्सर इनका जो है वो जंगली जानवर से मुठभेड़।
परसों मेरे रिलेटिव को एक सुअर ने मार डाला।
देखिए, यस,
परसों भंडारी नाम का गांव है, यवतमाल जिले में आता, पास ही में गांव है वो। तो वो रात को खेत में जा रहे थे चक्कर लगाने के लिए। तो सुअर बहुत बड़ा सूंड था सुअर का। तो सूंड में से एक सुअर बहुत बड़ा था, उसको टक्कर दे दी और जगह पे फाड़ डाला उसको सुअर ने। कल परसों की बात है, व्हाट्सएप पर वायरल हुई है। अच्छा, तो हमारा ऐसे जानवर के साथ हमेशा।
अच्छा, मुझे ये चीज बताइए कि जैसे ये आपका सुअर हो गया या लेपर्ड हो गया, जिसको आप लोग वेप्टिया बोलते हो,
हाँ,
तो इसका मोस्टली अटैकिंग दिन के टाइम पे होता है या फिर शाम के समय या फिर रात के समय ज्यादा होता है?
शाम 5 बजे के बाद में।
5 बजे के बाद में, यानी कि मूवमेंट पैटर्न जो है वो हमेशा सनसेट के बाद में, जैसा कि मानते हैं लोग ऐसा। क्लियर। और इसके अलावा क्या क्या इश्यू आपको फेस करने पड़ते हैं?
उसके बाद में जो रुई है, हाँ, वो हमारी फसलें सब बर्बाद कर देते हैं। उसकी वजह से हम रात में जागते रहते हैं। बहुत सारे आपके इलीगल बिजली का भी यूज करते हैं, बहुत सारा लाइट, पंखे और आवाजें भी आप लोग निकालते हैं, हाँ। जिससे आपको ये बात चलता है कि कम से कम कहीं ना कहीं आप उसको सेव कर सकते हैं और जो नुकसान जंगल की तरफ भगा सके।
यस, जो नुकसान होता है तो वो उसका क्या कंपनसेशन फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट से मिलता है आपको?
मिलता है, लेकिन बहुत टुटपुंजा मिलता है, बहुत सारा नहीं मिलता, वो भी सालों लग जाते हैं उसको।
दिस इज द क्रिटिकल पॉइंट, वी विल डिस्कस लेटर ऑन इन दिस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक ऑफ द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और compensation amount to be provided very easily and very fastly to the victims. और तो आप उसको जंगल की तरफ भगा देते हैं?
जंगल की तरफ भगा देते हैं।
फिर वो आती है?
फिर बाद में और दूसरे एक दो दिन नहीं आते, एक दो दिन के बाद और आते हो।
तकरीबन साल में मुझे बताइए कि साल में आपका कितना नुकसान, पीक का नुकसान कितना होता है, फसल का नुकसान कितना हो जाता है आप लोग?
साल में हमारा कम से कम 70 से 80 हजार रुपए का नुकसान हो जाता है।
70 से 80 हजार
पर मंकी भी ज्यादा तो गाँव में।
अच्छा, मंकी भी घुस रहे हैं?
मंकी भी, हाँ, पूरे मंकी गाँव में आते हैं।
रास्ते में एक मंकी ऐसे अपने लाइन के तो खंबे पे रहते ना, खंबे से वो छीन करके।
हाँ, तो ऐसे बहुत से जानवर है जिसकी वजह से बहुत दिक्कत होती है खेती करने में।
So my dear friend, in my next lecture, in a very liquid language, I will discuss with you with the chalk, or you can say with the board, with the help of board, with the interacting all the scenario of the conservations with a special reference to the conflict management. Thank you very much.